The aftermath was almost surreal in its contrast to the violence that had preceded it. Where moments before two apex predators had clashed in a display of evolutionary perfection, now there was only silence and the soft sound of rhythmic grooming. Mochi sat in a patch of filtered starlight from the observation window, calmly cleaning her paws with the methodical precision that cat owners knew well. Beside her lay the Silk Fang, not dead but unconscious, its formidable form curled into what looked almost like a sleeping position. A small puncture wound behind what passed for its ear leaked a thin trickle of clear fluid. Sarah stared at the scene, her mind struggling to process what she had witnessed. The battle itself had lasted perhaps 30 seconds. A blur of motion as the Silk Fang's size and reach advantages met Mochi's superior agility and tactical thinking. The cat had used the corridor's geometry against her opponent, turning the alien's charge into an opportunity to get behind its defenses and deliver a precise bite to the neural cluster that her predator instincts had somehow identified. "Status report." Commander Veltar's harmonic voice echoed through the corridor as the crystalline being appeared at the junction, flanked by a squad of security personnel. "We detected seismic activity and—" She stopped mid-sentence, her light, patterns shifting to confused blue-white as she processed the scene before her. Ambassador Zethkar emerged from behind the security team, his scales still pale with fear. "Captain Chen, thank the Void you're safe. When we lost contact, we assumed— Where is the Silk Fang?" Sarah gestured toward the unconscious predator. "Mochi handled it." The silence that followed was profound. Dr. Helix floated closer, his ethereal form brightening with scientific curiosity as he scanned the defeated creature. "Impossible. Our analysis indicated that Silk Fangs have redundant nervous systems specifically to prevent this type of precise neural disruption. How could a simple Earth mammal possess the anatomical knowledge to—" "She didn't need anatomical knowledge," Sarah interrupted, reaching down to gently stroke Mochi's head. The cat paused in her grooming to purr contentedly, as if she hadn't just single-handedly resolved a station-wide crisis. "She has something better, instinct, millions of years of evolutionary pressure that taught her ancestors exactly where to bite to bring down prey." Science Officer Click's mandibles clicked rapidly. "But the size differential, the armor plating, the venom sacs—" "Cats hunt things bigger than themselves all the time," Sarah explained, watching as Mochi finished her grooming and settled into a comfortable loaf position, looking for all the world like any ordinary pet. They're ambush predators designed to take down prey through precision, not brute force. Size doesn't matter if you know where to strike. The assembled aliens stared at the small orange tabby, their understanding of Earth creatures undergoing a fundamental revision. Commander Veltar was the first to speak. Your pet. It defeated a Class A galactic predator and then began grooming itself?" "That's what cats do," Sarah said with a shrug. "Hunt, eat, clean, nap. Mochi just did 3 out of 4. As if on cue, Mochi yawned, revealing the same sharp white teeth that had so casually dispatched a creature that had terrorized an entire space station. Then she closed her eyes and began to purr, the sound a gentle counterpoint to the soft hum of the station's life support systems. Dr. Helix's form pulsed with what Sarah had learned was equivalent to deep thought. "We may need to reassess our understanding of Earth's biosphere if this is what you consider a harmless companion animal." "Oh, Mochi's not harmless," Sarah corrected, gently scratching behind the cat's ears. "She's just choosy about what she considers worth the effort. Apparently, alien predators threatening her human made the list." Ambassador Zethkar looked from the unconscious Silk Fang to the contentedly purring cat and back again. "Your species domesticated these creatures?" "Other way around, actually," Sarah smiled. "They domesticated us. We just provide food, shelter, and the occasional chin scratch in exchange for protection from pests. Seems like a fair trade. As the station's crew worked to secure the unconscious Silk Fang and return it to proper containment, the various alien dignitaries found themselves viewing their human colleague and her deceptively ordinary pet with entirely new eyes. The galaxy, it seemed, was full of creatures more dangerous than they appeared. Mochi, blissfully unaware of the paradigm shift she had caused, simply continued her nap, dreaming whatever dreams filled the minds of Earth's perfect predators as they dozed in patches of artificial starlight. "I think," said the Vextar delegate slowly, "we may need a more concrete example of these claims." Sarah's smile turned almost predatory. "Of course. Computer, display the Kepler 442 system navigational challenges." The holographic display shifted to show their current location, a region of space known for its treacherous gravitational anomalies and sensor-disrupting fields. The Celestial Harmony was one of the few vessels capable of safely navigating the area. "3 weeks ago," Sarah began, "long-range sensors detected an energy signature from the 4th planet that suggested possible pre-spaceflight civilization. The Galactic Council wanted to investigate without interfering, so they needed someone who specialized in long-term observation and adaptation." She gestured to the complex navigational display. 12 different species submitted proposals for the mission. Most involved massive technical solutions, specialized ships, AI guidance, systems, enormous resource commitments. All were rejected as too invasive or too expensive. Catherine's eyes narrowed. "And humanity's proposal? Send one human in a modified long-range scout ship." Sarah's voice carried quiet pride. "No special technology beyond what we already had. No massive support fleet. Just one person with basic supplies and instructions to blend in, observe, and report back." The Aquatic Confederation ambassador rippled her fins in disbelief. "One individual for an extended deep space reconnaissance mission in hostile territory?" The mission profile called for up to 18 months of independent operation with no outside contact or support, Sarah continued. The operative would need to adapt to unknown environmental conditions, make decisions with incomplete information, and survive using only available resources. She paused, letting the implications sink in. Every other species required extensive technological support for their operatives to function effectively. Humans, we just needed someone with good judgment and the ability to improvise. The display shifted to show a single small vessel against the backdrop of space. "Lieutenant Maria Santos has been on planet for 14 months now. She's learned the local language, integrated into their society, and is providing invaluable data about their cultural development, all without any of them suspecting she's not one of them." "Impossible," whispered the Vextar delegate. "The adaptation requirements alone are exactly what humans have been doing for thousands of years," Sarah finished. "We don't need to be the strongest or fastest or most specialized. We just need to be adaptable, persistent, and willing to use our intelligence to turn any situation to our advantage." The silence that followed was different from before, heavier, tinged with something that might have been respect or recognition, or perhaps fear. Ambassador Zixleth was the first to speak, her voice thoughtful. "Your species. You've been doing this all along, haven't you? Not just surviving, but thriving in every environment you encounter." Sarah returned to her seat, her demeanor shifting back to the quiet diplomat they'd known throughout the journey. Humanity didn't conquer Earth through superior firepower or natural weapons. We did it through cooperation, adaptation, and sheer stubborn refusal to give up. When other predators claimed territories, we learned to live everywhere they couldn't. The Krillian ambassador's 4 arms moved in what his species considered a gesture of dawning comprehension. "The expansion across the galaxy. Your colonies succeed where others fail because we're really good at making impossible places livable," Sarah confirmed. Desert worlds, ice planets, high-gravity systems that would crush most species, humans, just see them as new puzzles to solve. The Vextar delegates' antennae drooped. And we thought you were the harmless ones. The species that needed protection and guidance from the more advanced civilizations. Sarah's laugh was gentle but carried an edge. We appreciate the friendship truly, but humans have never needed protection from apex predators. We are the apex predator. We just prefer cooperation to competition when possible. She gestured toward the nebula outside, its swirling colors reflecting the complexity of their conversation. Every species here evolved to fill a specific niche, to be perfect at one thing. Humans evolved to be adequate at everything and excellent at adaptation. We're the generalists in a galaxy of specialists, the quiet ones who never boast about their hunting prowess, murmured Ambassador Zixleth, because they've never needed to prove it. When other predators roar to establish dominance, Sarah agreed, humans just smile and wait. We've learned that the most dangerous hunters are often the ones that don't look dangerous at all. The observation deck fell quiet again as the implications settled over the group. Outside, the nebula continued its ancient dance, beautiful and seemingly peaceful, much like the small human woman who had just reminded 11 apex species that sometimes the greatest predator is the one that never needs to bare its teeth. In the distance, barely visible against the cosmic backdrop, a single human scout ship continued its impossible mission, adapting and persisting in ways that defied everything they thought they knew about survival. And somewhere in the back of each alien mind, a new understanding began to take root. Humanity's rapid expansion across the galaxy wasn't luck or advanced technology. It was simply what apex predators do.